A day without laughter is a day wasted. That's a quote from the great Charlie Chaplin. And based on that quote, today will not be wasted at all because we're about to laugh. I promise you. Today we're talking about the truth behind comedy, surviving the entertainment industry, social media, comedians, acting, radio, and what it really takes to build a brand that stands out. This episode will be funny, honest, and full of gems. So make sure you stay tapped in to the end. I promise you, it'll be well worth it. We're talking to Sara without the H today, y'all. So let's light it up. All right, no filters, no scripts, just the truth. You tapped
Yeah.
into the fire session, y'all. Before we jump in the fire, we got to do our check-ins. If you're a fan of the show, you already know what time it is. So we got a special guest rocking with us today. We got Sara without the H. We're gonna talk about that name too, for sure, for sure.
Woo!
So we're gonna welcome back to the fire session because
But
she's been
yes,
on here. She is she been rocking with us for a long time. Like she got
yeah,
some episodes in our infancy stage in our first couple of seasons.
that was
So
fire.
we're gonna definitely have to shoot some of those clips out there. But how are you feeling today, mentally, physically, emotionally?
Me?
Hmm?
Oh, I'm feeling. Oh, I'm
Yes,
amazing. I thank you. A quick shout out to the Cheesecake Factory happy hour. Just came from there. So yeah, I'm ready.
Cheesecake
Double
Factory.
Okay,
espresso.
she ready.
Okay, okay.
Y'all heard that? She said Cheesecake Factory to the ones
Yeah.
that don't take me to no cheesecake. Because
So no,
I'll
Man,
go there
take
in a
me,
minute.
and you
listen,
can take
that
me to
bread
a
is
happy
fire.
hour.
I don't care what
Mhm.
nobody say. That brown bread with the look
Oh,
like little
yeah.
oatmeal on
Oh,
the top of
yeah.
that joint. I don't
And
care
that
Oh,
what
cucumber
nobody say.
lemonade is
That's my
so
fire.
fire to me.
okay,
Like,
okay.
ugh.
Time out. Time
I'm sorry.
out.
Okay.
Time out.
Okay.
The cucumber lemonade, fire. That
Okay.
bread, I gotta disagree. That
What?
bread, that bread is alright. It's just alright. It ain't,
You
it
sorry,
ain't, it
Lord.
ain't banging like that.
Mm,
It ain't
mm,
bang.
mm,
It's alright. It ain't
mm,
banging
mm,
like
mm.
that.
You
But
don't put enough butter on it.
I'm not a
See,
bread.
he
I'm
don't
not a
know.
bread
Well, he's
person.
not a bread
He don't
guy.
know.
So y'all got to stop
There you
right
go.
there.
That's it.
Yeah.
He
So
just lost all credibility when he said the bread ain't fire because that's the fire bread. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And he ain't a bread guy. You know what I'm saying? That's like
yeah.
saying you're not a buns guy. You know what I'm saying? You like
Hey yo.
flat. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know
Hey
what I mean?
yo. What kind of buns are you speaking about, sir?
Oh, you talking about them yeast rolls at Texas Roadhouse? Oh, they a blessing.
Oh,
Oh,
now,
damn him.
now those right there. That's more my speed right there.
Uh-huh.
I'm taking the
Hmm.
wife as soon as we get off of this show. We're going to go to the Roadhouse, get our little $5 margaritas and eat us some bread and
Come
spend
on.
$20 and we in there like swimwear. That's our
Yeah.
spot.
Hey.
It's the only time yeast is good when it comes to.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, never mind.
Ugh, just yeast alone.
No, no, no.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure,
Okay.
for
Just
sure.
Okay.
yeast?
All
All
right.
right.
Uh, Well, it's good to know Sarah good, and y'all see she's in great spirits. She got that
Yeah.
energy. We're gonna talk
Yeah.
about that too, and we're gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff. So make sure y'all stay tapped in and don't leave, because if you leave, you're
Yeah.
gonna miss something. I swear to you. All right, Trish Michelle, you good?
My allergies is kicking my ass.
Forehead.
Mm.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't know. Maybe it's because I went back to work on Monday, so I'm allergic to work.
So, yeah.
So I think that's what happened because I wasn't sneezing and wheezing because I got asthma until I got to work. And I was
Somebody,
like, see, cursed is this place. Oh,
somebody there got on something that you don't agree
I
with.
don't know. I feel
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's
like
called work.
Yeah,
look, the
maybe
environmental
it's mold in the
services in the
building.
building. Kaiser, that's where we're at. But you got to do something with the dust.
Oh yeah, yeah. I couldn't live. I'd be a struggle bus with the dust. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been struggling for 2 days straight, but here I am. But side note, I'm back at work, so there's that. So
That's good.
back to
Yeah,
working. No,
yeah.
we're not excited, guys.
Oh,
But
She like, hey,
I like my long extended vacations.
Facts.
okay, so you can have. Yeah.
But but it's been a great week, an adjustment week, transition week. It's great though. I'm
Yeah.
not complaining. I'm blessed and everything been rolling. The kids been rolling with the schedule and everything good. So I'm good.
And your hair
What's up?
cute.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
all
what's
right.
up. That's what's up. Okay. We got the ladies checked in. Benji Banks, the man, the brand, man. How you doing this week, old man?
Man, you know what? You know what I'm
You got
saying?
sick?
No, I'm not today. Last week your boy was out, a little struggle bus. And, as you grow, you know what I'm saying, as you get to this ripe age,
Hey, everybody, an old man's talking.
you find out certain things don't agree with your system no more. And you got to, you know what I'm
So
saying?
he
You
had
gotta,
the ooh doo doos, y'all.
yeah, I don't mind it. I love a good release. See, I love a good release. You know what I'm saying? That'll
He
bless
was
you in the
releasing
morning.
for 3-4 days, y'all.
It was a struggle
It's
because
like a whole new colonoscopy done.
you
Yeah, that
see
new
you
stomach
dealing
ain't
with
new no more.
hey, you dealing with the allergies right now, and see, I know what the problem is. It's something you ate, but that's a different story. You didn't have no chicken when you
It's
was eating up
definitely
too much
not
of those
something I ate.
things.
I eat the same thing pretty much.
I'm just saying,
I'm
Ben-
allergic to them niggas at my job.
I'd rather have a running nose than a running booty. Like,
You right. Thank
Well,
you.
now,
At least I'm just sneezing.
Ooh,
You
did she
sneezing
say a
out your
run?
ass.
I
mm,
mean, that's a crazy one right there. But anyway,
oh,
on another note, I mean, you know what I'm saying? When you in my space, man, you don't have a lot of time to complain about nothing. You have to be intentional. So you got to take all your issues to the Lord, talk to him about it, get that up off you as fast as you can, because you don't want to miss the next blessing. So, but
That
another
boo had me
deal
on
on the
hands and knees.
table, and pondering. I gotta always run it by the wife and be like, hey, we think about this. Let's go check this out. Let's go look. Is it dope? Is it this? Is it that? And that's kind of the space, you know what I'm saying, we be in. So we always got to remain level-headed, because at this stage you can't be making emotional decisions, you know what I'm saying, that could cost your whole family. You get what I'm saying? So you got to be on the up and up with what you're doing. So, but that's kind of where we at. So making things happen, and I ain't looking to work no more. I'm looking to manage more, Ken, if you can
See,
understand what I'm
allergic to
talking
work,
about.
y'all. See?
You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel you on that, Patricia. You know what I'm saying? So I manage stuff now. When I pull up, I'm like toast, and everything better be ready, or we're gonna have problems. And then so I can get up out of there and go on about my business to the next thing. So that's kind of the space
You
I'm
like
in.
toast, so you like crispy and crunchy.
I mean, yeah, I like
I
my
was just
toast a
trying to
little light.
understand the analogy.
I could be crunchy now. I could be a little. I could be a
You
little. I
believe
could
to
get on
look
your nerves.
crunchy,
I
feel
could get on
crunchy.
your
You
nerves.
felt crunchy a couple days ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying. Make sure you put some extra butter, like Sarah without the H said. Make sure you put
We don't want to know what
extra
you did
butter.
when you was by yourself when you was sick.
Oh
oh
no.
wow,
Oh no. I ain't by myself.
extra butter.
Oh,
oh my
man.
god! Oh my god!
Man, so
We
he
ain't
was
using
popping
it.
some corn, all right.
We ain't using
Mm.
nothing to lather nothing up. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw
Oh
some on
Yeah,
there.
wow.
you did say you was like toast
Oh my
bread, dry, something like that. You said
god!
so.
Listen, man, all I need is some chocolate syrup, and that should take your mind
Oh,
to wherever you
this is
need to go.
getting more and more interesting by the minute. Now we moved on to chocolate syrup from
Oh,
butter.
Right, like, and I don't
Interesting.
know if that's from the butt.
Oh,
What is
oh,
you with? You
You
oh.
on
did say
butts
you had the
today?
runs.
It's the
Chocolate
allergies. She
syrup.
on butts today, man. I don't know
You
what it
said
is.
you had the runny guts and butt. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You also said you was on your hands and knees praying to God about it. That's what I told you was.
Oh
I'm just
Lord,
repeating what you said.
she
Mm.
done. Dang,
Okay.
she done went far. And while we on the subject, Sarah, how are you now?
I just
Yeah.
heard over here. Like,
We're happy to have you back, Benji.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
This is
appreciate y'all.
definitely
I appreciate
right. Boss Lady from YouTube says it's a slippery slope. It's very slippery.
Oh,
It's
baby.
slippery.
With butter,
Baby.
with butter and chocolate syrup. It's
My
very
And we
slippery.
Lord.
didn't even mention no baby oil. I mean, no
Oh.
baby
Oh,
oil.
hold on, Diddy.
Diddy,
Mm.
Sheesh.
baby Diddy, it's little
Dance,
Diddy, little
Little
Diddy right
diddler.
there.
dance,
Yeah. Aye.
dance. I like the way you be scrambling and scraping.
Yeah, I like it when you scrambling and scrambling, Daddy.
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping, when you scrambling and scraping for shit. No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and man, that's my favorite Diddy line right there. Because when he was on Drink Champs, and he was talking to Fabulous, and I was like, yeah, that's funny. And Fab looked at him like, bro, what are you doing? He's like, man, like, hey, I don't have nothing to do with what he talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
All right,
always.
Dance,
all
dance.
right, y'all. Well, I'm having an interesting week. I wanted to mention too before I say anything else. Rewind. Shout out to all the graduates because this is graduation season and prom season. So high school graduates, college graduates, kids going to their prom. Proms is outlandish.
Yes.
Like hey, shout out to the kids for doing their thing, but of course we're going to compare it to when we went to the prom, and I'm like, golly, these
Nothing
parents are
compared to it.
spending thousands of dollars for the prom, and here we were worried about spending a couple $100.
Got a stomach.
Right. And that's all together. Ticket, dress, everything. Like they're a couple hundred. Now it's a couple thousand.
Yeah.
I got my dress made back in the day, but that was Sister Wimbush at the church.
Sister Wimbush hooked it up.
She got with her house had 2 fittings.
All you needed.
That's all I need.
Your family is definitely from the country. I know this is for a fact.
Facts.
Looks like, baby, they got trains and things, and the boys even got the little embellishment with. They always wear tennis shoes. That's what always throwing me off by the night of the.
Every time I get down to the feet, sometimes I'm confused. Some stuff be designer stuff, and I get what they're trying to do, but just because it's designer and it costs a lot, don't mean to go together. So then
you
it's
got to
just
wear
like,
those on.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of mess up the look.
Yeah,
true.
And
well, they mess up the look for us, the older generation, but for the younger generation, you know what I'm saying? They look like they're supposed to look. That's their look. So I let them rock with it.
I'm just upset that where they get their style from. It's kind of I'm
gonna leave them alone because there's a lot of style and trend set, and I like a nice stylish person that could throw some stuff on. And sometimes it might not look like our usual, but I commend them for stepping out the box and trying and seeing and whatever they. Just as long as it ain't crazy looking.
Yeah, and shout out to the studs on their photos, because someone be having a nice little man suit on with the little lace little blouse. And
They
match their girls, and I had it was. I thought I was going to a prom, the prom reveal. They come out the send off, and I didn't know. I didn't.
That's a struggle.
I was not warned. I didn't know what was going on.
We're going to have to find a picture of one of them. We're gonna need that.
I feel like it's probably popping though. Sometimes them studs and stems be low key flyer than the rest.
I have to agree. Uncle Dolly said they do have the best hats. I'm just saying we gotta find it. Yeah, the hats be fire.
All right. Well, shout out to the young folks out there going to proms and everything and enjoying this part of their life. So we ain't gonna be too hard on them. You know what I'm saying?
Don't stop going to your kids' proms, please. Stop going.
Yeah, definitely stay away. Please.
The grown folks?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to live in the moment. You know how that is,
Yeah, but that ain't their moment to be living.
And they're not trying to live in the moment. They're trying to relive the moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vicariously through their children and let them have their life.
Yeah, but the thing is, some of them went to their mother's prom. They just was in their stomach. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So they went as each other's guest again.
It's just a remix this time.
Hey.
Wow.
Let me add that up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah,
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
True.
Hey, let's light the fire up, man. Sarah,
Yes.
let's get to this conversation about you. You're our special guest today. And in your own words, can you tell us who Sarah without the H is?
Oh my goodness. I'm my mama's child. Um, I'm Helen Jackson daughter from Houston, Texas. Uh, well, all of my jobs that I had before, everybody used to tell me, "Oh, you miss your calling. You so funny and woo woo woo." And I'm like, I'm not dead yet. So before I turned 40, I moved out here, and I have been blessed through the kindness of strangers. It seems like, and all of it is led me to work in TV, work in film, work in podcasting, work in all different types of things, and with people that or comedians that I grew up, watching on TV, Comic View and stuff like that. Shout out to my Comic View old school stalker. That's elderly anyway. So I'm now just as I say, I'm living the dream and realizing and realizing that you you accomplish things out here. Like I just had the amazing time working with Jamie Foxx. I was his writer's assistant as well as a contributing writer to his new comedy special that is coming out this summer on Hulu.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
So
That's a fact.
That's dope. That's dope. Congrats.
the amazing thing. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, we should make sure we get big hands on that.
A round of applause.
Big hands. Big
But
hands.
the
Big hands.
craziest thing
2
about it
snaps
is
and a circle.
You're gonna have to give this one 2 snaps up in a circle.
No.
Oh no, okay. Well, the thing is
That's
that
why he
back
wanted to
in
see what the studs were to
October,
prom.
in October last year, I actually almost died. Shout out to Jesus for bringing me back. And so I was admitted to the hospital into ICU the day after I had actually left Jamie Foxx's youngest daughter, Annalise's birthday party. You know, the one where somebody threw a bottle with Glorilla.
Uh-huh.
I was by the stage. Anyway, so I left there and I end up being in ICU for like a week or so like that. And I think it was the most challenging time of my life because one of my biggest fears always been not only leaving here without accomplishing the things that I know that I can do and giving all of my myself to the world and everything, but also dying alone. You know what I'm saying? I'll be 46 in September. I have no kids. I have no man, but anybody out there, you living it anyway. So okay, I'm back.
No skateboards. No
skateboards. If you wear more than the allotted amount of clothes for a human body, please do not contact me. And if you're on parole, that's another story. Anyway, so I was listening to family like crying because their loved one is passing away next door to me, and I'm in there by myself. And I was like, and it was the craziest thought came in my mind. I'm like, oh my God, if I die, there's nobody here to cry. That's so hubris. At the same time, it's just like, it's very sobering.
Yeah.
It's very sobering to be like, oh my God, ain't nobody here to cry for me. Not even Argentina. So I get out of the hospital and everything. God spared my life. I'm not knowing what I'm gonna do. I'm in my apartment, but at the same time, I got a chance to enjoy my own company. I realized that I'm a cool person and I really don't need a lot of people. Just have the people around me that I know love me, not just having people around me that are just there, space fillers and everything. And when I rested up, I didn't work for a couple months. January, I get a call. You need to be at this place for this interview tomorrow. Okay, I'm there, and I get the job. So and then it's different because this job was so cool because normally if you're a writer, you go to like a office building or something like that, or sometimes they do now remote where you just submit your things, your samples and stuff. But this time we every day for like 3 months. I didn't even have a car at the time because my ex-boyfriend took my car. Another story, another day. Anyway, um, I would go to Jamie Foxx's house. They would pick me up and take me to Jamie Foxx's house. I went from trying to figure out my next move to riding on a private jet with Jamie Foxx.
Wow.
So I'm just like, God in any instance can just like turn your life completely around. And like now it's like opportunities are just like, they're like coming. And so it's just, but I think if I didn't have the time to reset, because people always talk about reset, especially in church, so people be like, God's gonna reset your life. Do you understand what a reset is?
Mm-hmm.
A computer, you have the power all the way down.
Yeah.
In order to be rebuilt and come back up.
Mm-hmm.
I believe my body was my whole life shut down in October in order for me to be rebuilt right now for what I'm able to walk in now. So that's me.
I love it.
That's amazing though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. And for context, I was able to witness with her a lot of that because Sara is my cousin.
Yeah.
And we talk regularly. And during those times we had many conversations. And it's a dope feeling to watch somebody go from from one instance to a totally different lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, just from continuing to work and believing that God is going to change her life and put her in the right positions, because a lot of people don't have that patience.
Right.
A lot of people, they don't believe in themselves, they don't believe in God, they don't believe in anything. So they just, out here just making moves. But she was blessed, and and I can tell you just from being around her all my life, like this is her calling. Like, trust me, y'all. Like, her energy has always been like this, and I've been telling her this for a long time. So so let's talk about that a little bit, since you gave everybody the overview of what you got going on now, and what I'm saying, kind of who you are. Let's rewind to when you were growing up, when you were younger. How did you gauge yourself as far as your humor? Because to me, you've always been funny since we were little kids. Like, you always been, what I'm saying, like a character. But when we were growing up, how did you feel about yourself as, what I'm saying, having your humor? Did you feel like you were funny then? Did you feel like this may be something that you would be doing at this point in your life?
I prided myself on being like a theater kid. Like, I didn't necessarily think that I was like funny stand-up. I thought I was more Broadway or like, I'm doing characters, because after church, my grandmother used to have all the ladies would gather in like the little fellowship little room, and then the men would go down back to the children's church, and then the kids would be outside or in the front, right? So they would always call me in because I could mimic anybody's testimony verbatim and all them. But the problem is I became too good at it. And so that the kids didn't like me because they thought the adults favored me. And then some of the adults didn't like me because I was too accurate when I was mimicking them. So it was just like it was kind of like a lonely place. At the same time, it's just like I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I'm thinking I'm just being myself. Right. And it's just like you have so many people that like their reaction to it is not what you think that your reaction should be to a kid just performing. To me, it's just performing. Everybody else, it's another thing. But I've always loved to entertain people. I've always wanted people to feel good around me, be positive, and because I leave being sad around my friends, So I think they understand me. Everybody, like, if I can make your day better, that's what it all started off like. But if you're not having a good day, you're at least gonna have one around me. And then me and Kid clown all the time.
Yeah, I can. Y'all two together. Y'all two together. I know y'all made a few people cry if they ever heard y'all.
Y'all can't sit next to each other in church. Y'all can't say that.
Facts.
You were
Facts.
terrible.
Facts.
And I said I had to look straight half the time because if I looked over there, he like, I said, I see that head turning. No, because I'm getting busted in the face from my mama. So, but I've always loved it. I always gotten to plays. I always got into things. It wasn't. I didn't try stand up till later on in life. And the first time I ever did stand up, my homegirl Nitra, shout out to Miss Already back in Houston. She said you should do it, and it come up at the end. And I got so drunk. Not that I'm drinking, Mom. Okay. Anyway, so no, but I got so drunk. I didn't remember anything that I said, and it was so terrible. It was so terrible because I thought you had to be a different formula. I thought you had to have like this joke, this punchline, and it's like it's nothing like that. You know, telling a story, being a storyteller, you know, is a form of comedy. Being a person that can off the rip just, you know, and I always take it as like if you heckle me, it's like you with my like me and my cousins, it's going down. Right. It's going down. It's not probably because I'm not sensitive. They made me not sensitive because anything that you're gonna say about me, I promise you, I've heard it 10 times worse
already
from the niggas that I grew up with. Okay,
right. That's what I was going to ask. When did you find your niche? Because you know that's kind of like the thing you're talking about, punchlines, whether it be a certain joke all the time. When did you find your niche? When were you comfortable and say, you know what, this is me in its totality, in a nutshell, and this is who I'm going to present out there in my comedy form?
I think in the most honest way possible. One of my friends from Atlanta had came here, and I got put on a comedy show at what they call them, it's not the Eastern Star, the Masons, the Masonic Lounge and stuff. They had pool tables and a bar. Oh, shout out to Miss Louise, made the best Long Island's. Anyway, so
not that she drinks, Mama.
Oh, not that I drank. But I was there, and I just finally like let loose and talk about my experiences because it was like right coming out of like that out of the pandemic and everything. And during the pandemic, I worked at Ralph's, so I ended up just telling my experience of me being because I thought my name was the fat bitch on Register 5, but for a long time. That's the way they treated me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, oh, okay, that's
who I am. That's who it is. Huh?
Yeah. And so I mean, from my encounter with a Crip to the 7 foot tall Beyonce on skates that came and stole a beer, all of that, I just decided to just tell the story. And everybody was like laughing and everything. And so I was like, oh, okay, I can do this. I thought it was some other thing. I'm gonna try to put my comedy into structure it like others, and I'm like, no, it's me. Right. It's like, you know, Mary J. Blige don't have the best voice, but she's unique to everybody. Know Mary, she's the queen of hip hop soul, and then it's like at the same time she would get booed at the Apollo back in the day before she was Mary. You know, so
yeah, that's dope because I think that's dope because it's unique to its own form, and uniqueness always kind of rises to the top. So we salute that.
Yeah, and you know the funny thing is too, like I said again, knowing her all our lives, it's been there, right? And I think she just told you something that a lot of us do, try to fit in and try to be something because of something that we've seen or something that we you know we've seen from afar, and we try to fit that mold, and it's like, nah, you are who you are. Don't try to fit in there. Just create your own lane and do your own thing. That way, you know, it makes it hard for people to compare you to other people because you're doing something that, you know, other people haven't done before.
Right.
And also they can't steal your style because it's
you.
It's unique. It's you. It's who you are, and it's all natural. It's like I was listening to a thing today, and they were talking about how Mojo Brooks works the crowd.
Oh, I love Mojo Brooks.
He's trained his crowd, his people. They know him, and that's who he is. And you can't copy that because that's him. You can try, and you have that uniqueness just in style alone to just kind of present yourself, and your jokes are like who what you've experienced, so nobody can steal that because they didn't experience that.
I don't think nobody wants to, because if you have my live experience, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness. All my friends always say, they be like, if I didn't know you, I would think you was lying. But they
Right.
He's like, no, that really happened to her. Yeah.
Yeah, because as we mentioned before, when she was on the show a few other times, she told us some pretty interesting stories about a guy on a skateboard, dude having to charge his leg, guy having no restroom at the house and having to manufacture a restroom. Yeah, it's a pretty good amount of stories.
Yeah. The guy who used to his job was dusting dildos off in the back of an electronic store that doubled as a sex shop in the back.
Yeah. See, you can't make that stuff up. That's lived experiences.
Because no one's even gonna think of that job existing before you tell your story. Like, you'll be like, "What? I guess somebody do got to do that job, though." So
somebody
I guess
got to do it. Yeah,
somebody's got
to do it.
You won't find that in the Bible bookstore. Okay, you got to go to Sarah's table to get that.
Right.
That'd be crazy. That'd be a crazy bookmark.
Oh my god!
Well, I used to be in ministry though too, so I can marry and bury. Shout out to all the.
Oh Lord!
Oh wow!
Yeah,
leave that Mary and Barry stuff. Yeah.
But the elders of the church did not like me because I used to tell all the kids, I'm like, you know what? Sin is like fun.
Evil is good.
Sin is so fun. Like, I'm totally serious. Like, for real.
I mean, you wasn't lying though.
And they were like, and this lady, she walked up out of the thing in her long dress. I said, see, it don't matter if you wear a long dress like that. That means that's quicker access, bro. I said, y'all need to realize that sin is fun, but there's no temptation. I bring it back. There's no temptation that man can have that God won't provide a way of escape. I brought it back. But they didn't like my delivery. They didn't like my delivery at all.
Hold on. Mention the pearls, everything.
They're like, old folks only, they, like things a specific way. You introduce them to something new, they already kicking it to the curb. They like,
I had a workshop one time they had me do for leaders. And me doing one for leaders is crazy. So the title of my thing, because it did it for fear and leadership, and it was called "What the F is in Your Ear." Oh,
well, Lord Jesus.
No, because the thing is, okay, so the night before the conference, I didn't have anything because I was helping everybody else with their stuff. So I'm sitting there, and this is no lie. I'm sitting there, and I see fear in 3D, but the F was a different color than the EAR, right? And I heard clear as day, what the F is in your ear.
Is in your ear.
Your family, your failures, your friends, boom. And then
that's solid.
Thank you.
That's solid. I caught that instantly, like that.
Thank you.
That's creativity. I like that.
Thank you. Why everything gotta be so square? I got kicked out of evangelism class. That's a long story.
What was you trying to do?
Right.
Cigarettes
what happened was.
No, the problem is that the guy that was teaching the class, he tried to give you some script on how you should evangelize the people. I was like, I said, I would laugh in your face, or I'm a church kid, so everything you're gonna say, I didn't already heard this stuff before.
Right.
You have nothing. Just believe. No, give me something else, bruh. So we going back and forth. I'm like, this script is not
That's
cool.
that grip she made.
I don't need good crap. I don't hook.
Yeah.
Is the crib converted yet? No,
that was when I backslid a little bit. I had the encounter with the crib. No, but I got kicked. I literally got kicked out of that evangelism class. He told me I was being disruptive.
Yeah. I mean, he should have, go around with some cigarettes and give some cigarettes. I thought maybe you did something like that to win them over. I don't know.
That was later on. Okay.
Wow.
Come on over here, man. I got something new for you. What?
Yes.
All right. Let me ask you this, to kind of bring it back around to, your journey and getting going with comedy. Bombing is a big part of the comedy journey that a lot of people, if they never been on stage or tried it, they don't understand that. Every comedian is going to bomb, period.
Yeah.
There's nobody out there who hasn't. They're all going to bomb. So when you were on stage and you bombed, how was that? Like, how did you feel?
When I bombed at the end of it, I ended up saving it because I was like, damn. I just, it was a moment of silence and nothing was going on. I was like damn.
Y'all
and
quiet.
Everybody just started laughing for some odd reason. I guess my face was expression or whatever. So then I just became, I started talking and stuff and, back up again because for some reason, like it made me relax. I was so nervous to do this particular gig. And once that happened, I was able to finish really good. And, people, it's like,
they probably thought it was part of the act.
Yeah, it's totally. So for me, it's like I may have had more laughs at some shows than others, but it's like every time I thought I was like bombing, then something would happen, and it ended up coming back around that for the win. You know what I'm saying? So, but I've seen people die a million deaths on stage and will not get off. That's the thing.
Wow.
When I finally got them back, I was like, all right, let me get out of here for y'all change y'all mind again. But they sit up there and they were like, there's nothing you can say when I just think of the Titanic. Sir, stop playing your instruments. The boat going down. Okay.
Right.
Just put it in the case. You don't even have to put it in the case. Y'all finna be on the water anyway. Just a second. Just know when to fold them. Okay, know when to fold them. Get off. Wow.
Yeah, I think that's a gift though that you have because again, with you, the way that your comedy is and it's predicated upon your personality. A lot of people don't realize there are many different types of comedy, right? So some people really have a script, right? They go and they write it out and they try to work it from memory. And so if you forget a part of it, you're doomed because now you the rest of your, the rest of your set is going to be trash because you can't remember it and you can't piece it together and you're not a great storyteller. You don't have this great personality. So, you're just going to struggle. But with you having the personality that you have, you can just get up there and start telling some stories and it's going to work.
Right.
Yeah, but I think that's just like even actors, they learn a script, but you still allowed to improv. You know what I'm saying? And then when you ad lib and you do that, once I guess my theater background kind of helps with it too, because I'm like, okay, if this ain't working, we're gonna zhuzh this story up real fast, But like in my life, I don't have to do too much. But did I tell you about the time with a man I had staying with one of my friends and his grandfather just came back from El Salvador. And then he was taking bricks of something out of the suitcase, right? And then people just started knocking at the door like secret knocks. And he was slinging cheese. He was slinging El Salvadorian cheese. See, stuff like that. I'm like, that's what I said. I got him a shirt for Christmas that said El Queso instead of El Chapo. And so it's just little stuff that happen. The more you live life, and I think that's a problem with, I don't know if y'all want to tap on the roast of Kevin Hart, but sometimes you can get so out of touch with reality and just regular stuff just happening that you miss those things,
Right.
There's some celebrities you can't, there are people with them, you're not allowed to look at them, look straight at them. You got to look down.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Right.
When you start disconnecting, you're unplugging yourself from real life because you got all this other stuff going on. Yeah.
It's weird because you when you talk about that, even that Kevin Hart roast, like it seemed like a lot of people were kind of kind of out of touch with their jokes. You know what I mean? Some of it, a lot of it seems scripted, so to speak. But shout out to Cat who came, did his script and did his thing. He's always doing something spectacular. So, yeah, Cheryl was dope too. So
yeah, I gotta tune in.
Yeah, all of it is scripted, but at the same time, like if I had the opportunity to cast that dais, it would look nothing like that because it's almost you're inviting some BS to happen.
Right.
You know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
like sometimes they try to do that too. Like they, like,
but
I don't know. It's a little messy the way they do the way they handle that. It's always a little bit of something hidden in behind that with that agenda.
I mean, like in social media clips, you can put that out there. So they looking for the drama for sure. If it catches the algorithm for sure.
I'm like, where was Nick Cannon? Him and Kevin Hart have notorious pranks on each other. You know what I'm saying?
They did the whole what is it? Husbands of Hollywood. The whole like, where was majority of all of them? All of them.
What was Nelly? Where was what I'm saying? Where was
Robin
people?
Thicke?
Told you Wayne Brady.
Yes, all of them should have been on there. They all
where
are
those
hilarious.
people? Tiffany Haddish was there, and I was going to say something about that, but I'm not. But she was there, she was there, but she didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
it just
and they always have hilarious interactions. So it's just kind of that's odd. That's a little lackluster.
Yeah, like and then Draymond Green.
Yeah, why was he there? I don't. Well, never mind. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
there because he ain't got nothing to do right now.
Yeah, he just don't got nothing to do. That's true. Because there is no other reason. There is no other reason.
I mean, his joke, I can't lie. That line was good though.
He don't play for
he only hit
76ers, do he? No. So what was you there for? You have nothing to do with because Kevin loved Philly. So you ain't even on the team he like. You ain't. What are you there for?
They said they played poker together.
Oh, okay. Well, they play poker on Husbands of Hollywood, and so he should have had his poker buddies from there on there.
Thank you. Thank you.
They played all the time.
And that's why I know T. And that's why I believe that Dave Chappelle would probably never have one of these roasts like that because number one, if y'all don't do it right, like if you got the money and the clout and stuff like that, you should do it right. You should have a say so. Shane Gillis should not. He could have been a roaster, but he should not have been hosting.
Yeah.
No, stop it. To me, that was worse than the all-girl tribute to Usher. Okay, and that was epic. Hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jeez.
All right. Well, you know what? I wanna ask you this real quick because we're talking about the roast, and you got all those comedians up there, and like you mentioned, Tiffany Haddish didn't get up and say anything.
Yeah.
But do you feel like comedians feel the pressure to always be funny on and off stage?
Well, the thing is on and off stage. But what do you mean, like off stage, like in regular life, just chilling?
Yeah, just feel the pressure to be funny all the time.
And
never able to come out of character, so to speak.
But most of the time, like Chris Rock is very much so an introvert. Like, if you're looking for him to be like Chris Rock, he's not that at all. Eddie Murphy is very quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like Charlie Murphy was the one. Charlie Murphy was the most entertaining. Charlie Murphy was that guy. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a lot of them. They're nothing like they're just like Beyonce. Beyonce's nothing like her persona, Sasha Fierce. So who is that?
Yeah,
they don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like so, it's pressure to be funny when the money on the line. You're like you need to be funny every time someone is cutting a check for you. But other than that, you should feel free to be yourself.
Okay.
I would agree because I mean, not able to come out of character would seem kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, I understand if you're going for a role, but I mean, like if you can never come out of a character, do people kind of get stuck in that space in the comedic field where they can't come out of character? They are always trying to be funny, and it's kind of like a hit and miss.
Well, the thing is like for me, it's like I'm this person though. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't put on a character. It's harder when people put on a persona and they have, these alter egos and stuff like that. And I'm just like, who is that? Oh.
Right.
But you have Showtime people that they're when you turn the lights on, put the camera on, they ready. But on regular, they're not. The most genuine people to me are the ones that are authentically themselves. themselves all the time. But at the same time, it's like I say that because that's how I am. But I don't
Right.
knock them for being like that. But you can't. It is the craziest thing in the world to meet somebody that you think gonna be on it all the time, and then you're like, oh, they're boring.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And then if you're funny, you don't want to be too funny around them because then you think, oh, you're trying to upstage them or something like that. It's
Yeah.
just
Mhm,
it's a
mhm.
very like balanced. Certain celebrity, you cannot like you just gotta be quiet unless they ask you a question.
Because the funny part is I think of is a preacher who tries to be a preacher all the time. Like,
Oh,
and so he talks in King James when he's not in the
Oh
pulpit.
Lord.
It's like the most annoying thing ever. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's like, bruh, like I don't talk like this. Like I'm a preacher, I live right, but I ain't going around talking like thus and the thoueth and the this and the that.
like
You
you
get what I'm
always
saying?
giving a sermon on the mount.
Yeah,
yeah,
you get what I'm saying? That could seem
yes,
that anytime I encounter someone like that, that feels weird to me because it's almost like you're trying to stay in character mode all the
yes.
time. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
weird for me. Yeah.
But
It'll
they
seem
but
like
at
it's not
the
authentic.
same time they fall out, they're gonna show themselves anyway. You know,
Yeah.
you
Right.
can't it's only can do it for so long. It's just like when when you with a dude and they talking about they clean and then they clean for their first week.
Yeah.
Then a
And you
little
find
third
them
week, like,
draws.
oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay, so this smell like
Doodoo
3 weeks
brown.
ago. Uh-huh.
Doodoo brown.
He's
Oh.
gonna come out.
Hmm.
It's gonna come out. Shout
You gonna
out
see
to
it or
Clint.
smell
No,
it.
I'm joking.
Oh man. Outrageous. Outrageous.
Just don't work out. Sorry.
Right. Well, I know that this journey through comedy has shown you a lot about other people and people
Mhm.
you've met, shown you a lot about yourself through your journey. But what I was going to ask you too is, you mentioned earlier that when now that you've been working with Jamie and his shows, you've been writing. So I wanted to ask you a little bit about your writing process, like writing jokes, the creative process. Can you talk to us a little bit about that? What that looks like for you?
Well, this was a little mixed bag because it's like I'm the writer's assistant as well as a contributing writer. Majority of the writers like in the room, like they'll give you like time, whatever, like or subject, and then you come in the next day and you pitch your joke to everybody in the room, right? And so I'm more of a how do I put this? I'm more of like I'm very like quick witted, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I have to like use my voice memo or something like that if I have something funny and put it down, then transcribe it and then have that ready. Not really like I'm a writer, but I'm not a and then he said, like I don't know
Right,
about
right,
like
right, right.
so and I think that this particular writer's room allowed me to be that way and allowed more of the bouncing of ideas, adding on to other people jokes, improving them, as well as getting your ideas out there as well. Jimmy Fox is very much so a storyteller. He tells very good jokes. If you ever get to meet him, you will hear 1,000 stories because he calls himself the Black Forrest Gump.
Mm.
So he so it was just an honor to like be able to like beef up things that his stories that he already had,
Right.
adding to them, and so
That's
that
actually
was
pretty dope.
oh, thank you. And you also have to understand the voice of the person that you're working with. Like Jamie Foxx is an impressionist. You know what I'm saying? Like he not only can tell a story about Obama, but he can also do Obama's voice. So therefore, you want to have things that cater towards more of that. He loves using his face. We have this one joke that is coming out in the special. It is hilarious because when they zoom in on his face, it is something to behold. But it's like so dope on this one, and because at the end of the shooting, we were in Oakland, the place is packed and everything like that. And we make it. I was making it towards the back of the stage. I was in the front, and he starts calling people out. So normally, I get called Texas, I get called all these things, like nicknames and stuff like that. And then he said, I know this next person, mind you, it's only like 5 or 6 of us on the team, right? He said, I know this, all my VIPs know this person because she helped get y'all situated like in here tonight or whatever. But I know y'all seen her smile, but her name is y'all come on out here, Sara. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Right.
That's me. And then everybody backstage like, Sara, go, go, go. Because I'm like, what? So I don't know, like, how it felt so good that when I went out there, I see all these people, and they're clapping for me, but it was like all I could see is my mother's face, and my mother like saying like she's proud of me.
Proud
My mom
moment.
texted me.
Yeah.
My mom texted me that she was proud of me and stuff like that, and she wasn't physically able to be here and see me, but to have that being like, I did not come out here in vain, mama.
Right.
It's okay. And all the times I've been crying and stuff like that, it all was worth it. And I didn't call him crying a million times.
Right.
Give up and want to just go on and do something else, but always encouraging me like to stay with it and to you are funny. Like people gonna one day the world
Enjoy it.
gonna know
Right.
like you doing it, keep on the track. So this ain't it. It's just another like one at this point in my career, this is probably like the biggest person I've worked with. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
I was going to ask this question. Talk about the work ethic. How is the work ethic in this space? What are the nights? What are the days like work wise? Or is it 15 hours? Is it getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning? Is it the same like working a 9 to 5? Or is it various moments? What is the work ethic like in this space doing this?
In this particular space, it's like you can get there. We would get there maybe like 11 and 12. In the morning time, well, 11 a.m., 12 noon, not midnight. But
Right.
and sometimes we wouldn't leave. One night I left at like 1 in the morning.
Right.
Like finalizing scripts, especially when it comes down when they're trying to get to finalize the script. And he's not really a script guy. He's more of like an outline, tags, and everything like that. So organizing all of that. And once you get to the actual event, like because we did shows in Oxnard, here in Brea, and which is Orange County, and then we went to Phoenix and did 3 shows out there so we can test it out. And on those trips, you're not chilling, you're working, making sure everything is done. And at one point, when we were in Phoenix, they thought I was the tour manager because because I was still
running around everywhere.
Whoever needs some help doing anything, I'm not above putting in the work to make sure that if anything's going down, he don't know nothing about it. We're gonna resolve it and get it together. So it's protecting the person that you're working for. And it may cause you to have to order food one day for everybody, but it also may have you, riding on a private jet. So what you need? I get you sweet green.
The perks are dope, right? Yeah, I love
Right.
it. I love it. Because I can imagine if you're going to these different shows and they no cell phone policy, you're testing out. Is that kind of how
Yeah.
it does marketing wise? Like, don't bring
Yeah.
your phone in here because we're testing this out in Phoenix
Oh, we
to
take
see if
them.
we could do it see if it'd be popping in LA comedy wise. Is that kind of how it goes?
Absolutely. So we do the tester markets, and like these mainly like at the improvs that we had it at, they have a list of people, I guess, of contacts or people that come to shows regularly. So they released the tickets, and like within an hour, all the tickets were sold out because people haven't seen Jamie Foxx do stand up in a long time. So it's to get to see him. So it's getting that feedback. I'm working too, but at the same time, I'm still getting, I'm taking notes, if beefing up jokes and sending in recommendations, because when we have a briefing before the next show, to see if anything we can work in and
Right.
zhuzh it up a little bit more. So just try it out this crowd and see how doing it, even tweaking it just a little bit, will make it better for when we do the actual special. So.
Yeah, I dig that. I dig that. I kind of figured that's kind of what it was. My head instantly went into marketing, and so that's kind of exactly what I was thinking in that space. So,
yeah, and like the special, we shot 3 days, and in post, of course, they chop it up, but there's 3 days of him. Everything has to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Everything has to, and it's
gotta flow.
It gotta flow.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right, so I want to ask you too, because you've been writing jokes and you've been helping writing jokes, but you've also, of course, performed jokes. So what's harder, writing jokes or performing them?
Let's go.
Writing them for someone else, because a lot of times when you write in your own voice, so it's just the trick of also getting the flow down of someone else,
the cadence and all of that. Yeah,
exactly. And like, I wouldn't write a joke like a joke you would write for Jamie Foxx is not one that you will write for Dave Chappelle.
Right.
You know,
the cadence are different. Their pitching points are different, right?
Absolutely. And Dave Chappelle includes a lot of facts and history and stuff and this stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's very factual. You gonna learn something when he going through his for sure.
But at the same time, they're brilliant in their own right. So it's just really that's the hardest thing, is to get that down. But I actually learned that when I spent years like over the media ministry at the church, because I had to be one with the pastor when he's going. I'm the one that I like throwing the pictures
words across the screen. Yeah,
I'm throwing the pictures on the screen, and it got to the point where, and he was a prophet too, so he flowed a little different than just a regular, like, they write the sermon be on the back of the handout and everything.
Yeah,
you didn't know what he was going to preach about that day. Okay, so you got to be quick. So when you're doing that, I became in such a flow with him that a lot of times I would throw up stuff on the screen, and he would be talking, he wouldn't even see it, and the same thing he's talking about is already on the screen behind him, and he had no idea. So that's when you start working with somebody for a long time. Mind you, I was the only female contributing writer, and the other people in the room had been with him for 20 plus years.
Right.
So,
well, you brought that fresh energy in there, so I can imagine how that is if Jamie Foxx is requesting. He's looking.
It says a lot about the talent, though.
Exactly, because you do have to be quick, and the reason I mentioned the cadence part is because in ministry, when I've wrote other people's messages out for them, you almost have to. It's funny how similar this is, but it's like Jay-Z writing Still Dre and having to write it in Dre and Snoop's voice.
Yeah,
being him, you have to write and think like them. And that's exactly how, when you would write a message out for a pastor or whatever, you have to write in their voice, especially if you heard them sing or preach or do whatever. You have to write it out in that voice. Does that sound similar in that vein, kind of how you have to work with that when you're dealing with him?
Absolutely, because Charles Stanley is a different preacher than T.D. Jakes, you know?
Facts.
Well, and T.D. Jakes is still living. That's another story. Anyway.
Yeah, Dr. Charles gone. Dr. Charles gone.
But I mean, that's spot on though. Like, it's so weird that I worked when I was at the church, but the church I was at before I moved here, which I stopped going to a couple of months before because it turns out the pastor was sleeping with a lot of people anyway. So, he is, but
savages.
Irregardless, we were. I was just like at church one day, and he said, "Come with me," and took me to the media booth, and told the lady over the media department that that God told him that He wanted her to move to another section ministry at the church, and that Sara was about to be over the media ministry. Now, mind you, the people that had worked in the media ministry for years are now looking at me like, who is she?
Right.
He told that lady, he said, look, he said, you need to teach her everything you know before you move on. After he left out, she said, if the Lord told him that you're supposed to be over the media ministry, let him teach you, and walk out.
Oh, see, they ain't even supposed to be like that.
So
That's how it is. That's
she
how
was
it is.
she was angry because she had no edges. But
gotta do it. Gotta do it.
How you over the media ministry with no edges? You ain't
with
even
no edges, girl. The headphones pushed back like that, girl. What?
That's what
She
happened.
said she
Put them
behind
all
the
the way off.
scenes. She said she behind the scenes. She don't need to be in front of the camera.
Her edges behind the scene too.
Okay.
That was a good
It was so terrible. It was so
that
terrible. But nobody wanted to help me. Nobody wanted to do anything. And I'm just like,
yeah.
And so I had to learn everything on my own. But learning the sound and everything, the lights and sound at that helped me when I moved here. And I ended up being an audio engineer at the radio station. Like a lot of things that I picked up there,
right?
You know, that I wouldn't say forced to, but I had to learn it on my own. Right. It helped me with everything that I'm doing now. Like I hadn't worked on anybody's comedy special before. And then my first one out for doing a comedy special is him. Like God is so dramatic. I love it. Okay.
You better believe it, he is. And he's creative.
I love it.
And he's very creative.
Yes.
The Almighty is a creative man. Listen, let me tell you something. That brother is creative. Yeah.
Yeah. So you take the places you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, from smoking with Snoop to I didn't smoke weed, mama. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, you weren't supposed to tell mama. Well, it's already done. It's already been done, so mama can't do nothing about it. You're gonna get a whooping though. You're gonna get a whooping though. You're gonna get a whooping.
I was trying to figure out how to save it, but I could not find it. I'm sorry.
We get her on the show already anyway. Start telling all her business. So yeah, have her on a regular basis. You'll find out a lot more stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, I wanted to ask you this. You talked about, you know, when you first came out there, like you got into the production side of things, with the radio and everything. And you know, for people who don't know, you worked with some other named folks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you can talk about your time that you spent working with the Corey Holcomb Show.
Well, shout out to 5150. I think they're about to be on air in just a second. But it was challenging. How do I put this? Okay, so I understand a lot of people don't know how to take me because I'm very high energy, you know, and if you're not used to nice people, generally nice people, sometimes you can take that as they're being fake with you, or or something must be wrong, or they must want something, or it's the paranoia of life. But it's also this industry, because most people that smile at you kind of like out here, it's like they want something from you. Like you always thinking they want something from you and everything. And I just wanted to work, you know what I'm saying? And he came to me. I was engineering for Zoe Williams radio show, and he was a guest one day, and he started inquiring about me. And so that's how I started working for him, because he and one thing about him, Corey Holcomb does pay. He pays, and he pays on time. So shout out to Corey on that one. Well, I was there, and he was nice. He was nice until until he wasn't. And my last episode there, uh, my play brother, that's one of the producers and everything, he wasn't there either. So I felt very like set up. But at the same time, after it, Corey has apologized several times to me and everything like that because it was just, his thing.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, I had a good time there. I was able to produce shows for the Nick Cannon, Tiffany Haddish, Godfrey. I got to meet and do some really cool stuff with Kim Whitley, like Sherry Shepherd. It was quite a few people, but I can say that it taught me a very valuable lesson, and I was very proud of myself because no amount of money was gonna allow you to talk crazy to me. I'm sorry. I'm one of them. Like, okay, like we cool. I'm gonna do my job. And if it's something that's personal, has nothing to do with the job that I'm doing,
miss me with it. Yeah.
Miss me all day with it. And I'm not baby, I will the Lord took care of me before I got the job. He's still gonna take care of me when I'm up out of here. Okay. And I'm out. So I was cool with that. They talked about me on that show for a month or so till they moved on to the next mark, and everything. But at the same time, I still kept on with my life. I had so many DMs from at that time, Media Takeout was bigger than the Shade Room and everything,
Oh yeah, sure was. Ooh, I remember Media Takeout.
Okay. But a lot of people were inboxing me, trying to get me to tell my side of the story and everything like that. I'm like, hey man, no, it's not even that serious. And it's like, and I'm not gonna let my emotions hinder me from working with people in the future because that's a no.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Because they be watching.
That's a no. You're not. People can't trust you with their information.
Exactly.
People can't trust you with, what I'm saying, like,
like I tell that for $1.
Exactly. I didn't, and I have never, till this day, I have not signed an NDA with nobody because I know how to keep my mouth shut about certain things, but other things, let the good times roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I know it's balancing a lot of personalities, right? Like who was that you've worked with thus far? Who had, you would say in your own terms, the most chillest personality of them all?
The most chillest personality?
Just like I could work with this person every day, all day, anytime. If they called, you ain't seen them whenever, but who had the just the chillest personality that made you say I could work with them at any point, anytime, anywhere?
I could work with. I think Jamie Foxx is a real nigga. Like I don't think people understand. Jamie Foxx is a nigga. Right. He is from Texas, okay? And
from Turtle, Texas. He's from down. Yeah, he's from down in the bushes. Yeah, Dirt Road.
Cool. He's just a cool dude and stuff like that. Like I think at first it took him a minute to like kind of try to get me because I'm a little quirky, child. I'll be having my socks on at his house and it has the little marble floors. I'll be scooting, I'll be gliding across the floor. He'd be like, "What is you doing?"
I'm in the big house. Let me glide.
I'm just floating and skirt. I'm like, I'm doing too, but at the same time, you feel just comfortable. I just felt real just comfortable around him. I think he has to be. There is one that I probably will not want to work for.
Can you mention it, or can you give us a hint?
Oh yeah, I'll totally mention it. I'll tell you a little story first. Okay, so I was working doing. I was what do you call it? I guess a technical director for the 5150 show. And this person, first they arrived in their bulletproof minivan, red flag. And then
minivan.
Yeah, it was a situation. Lord, so they arrive and everything. They do the show, it's cool. Then after the show, all of everybody that was working on and it was extra people that came that night and everything because of who the person was. So they're going, and all of them surrounding him, asking for pictures and autographs and stuff like that. I'm working off to the side, rendering tapes, and I'm doing my job. He leaves them and comes over to me and says, "Unlock your phone and take a picture with me." I was like, "No." And he was like, "What?" He said, "What you say?" I said, "All my people over there." I said, "I'm working. I'm so sorry. I don't mean be rude or nothing." I said, "But I'm really working right now. Like I got something to do, but it's so nice meeting you." He said, "Well, take a picture for your mama." I said, "My mama's in her 70s. She don't know who you are. She don't know you."
Oh, not a
And
picture.
he said, "What?" He said, "Girl," I said, "For real, I'm just trying to finish my job and get this done. And once I finish this, you know what I'm saying? If you're still here, then I'll take a picture." He said, I said, "Unlock your phone right now." He made me unlock my phone and take a picture with me. And he said, "See, there." And put my phone back on the thing and went off to all the people that was, that was already gathered for him. And I'm just like, this
You
is
was
weird.
messing with his ego.
It was messing with his ego. But what I'm saying is, and I will say his name, bro, Nick Cannon, bro. He is
The word.
I was like,
that fits. That fits.
I was like, it was no thing. Like, all these people are they are upset that you left them to come talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't enough. All these people over there in your face want to ask you questions, want to touch you and hug you and everything like that. Just because I'm not that girl. I'm not that girl. I'm not gonna fangirl out over here. No, I'm not gonna do that.
But that interests him,
You know,
though. I think that's what interests him. The fact
Yeah.
that you weren't like everybody else. The fact that you were,
Those be the ones that are the hit
not
on the ego
glamored
for
by
sure.
him.
It's
yeah,
the
it's just
ego.
like, I'm like, is this the bulletproof minivan nigga?
He said, "Take a picture. You gonna understand you needed this photo later."
Yeah, I'm
So
just
you
like,
gonna wish you took it.
yeah, and it's like, I mean, I still have it and stuff like that, but it's just like, but it was just like the experience behind it. It was just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like that kind of rubbed me a little bit.
I hate when that happens. That's what happened when I ran past Ray J before. He was like, "You don't know
Big
who I
personality.
am." I was like, "Yeah, that don't mean we need to say hi."
Okay,
Like,
Right.
it's weird when people act like that. That's weird energy. That's unfortunate.
It is it's very weird energy. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I mean,
I want to ask you. I want to ask you this. So with all the things that you've been involved in, you've done comedy, you've done radio, you're writing, you've even done some acting at one point, radio personality. Which one of those roles feels the most natural to you?
Acting. I love acting and I love the radio. So I'm put both of them on the same like thing. Radio, the reason why I never really went into radio is because my 12th grade speech and debate teacher, Miss Shelton, I love you, girl, but she messed me up. Because she told me that, because I wanted to be a news anchor, right? Because I wanted to bring spice to the news. You know what I'm saying? But she told me that I should go into radio because I had a radio face. And
oh dang.
Now I know you lying. Like,
no, man.
She discouraged your whole nation.
Yeah,
I was like, inside of you.
I was like, I was like, well, wait, hold on, really?
You have a radio face is crazy.
She told me I had a radio face, but at the same time, it's like when I got here to LA and I was offered my own radio show, I was like, I guess I do have a radio face. So it balanced out, in the end. It was rude at the time.
Dang. Wow.
That's cool.
Shit to say.
The radio face thing is crazy, but I also think that your voice lends for good radio as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's the bigger takeaway for me, just reading in between the lines of what I know and what she was probably trying to say, or what she should have said, is your voice lends well for radio.
But also the quickness. The quickness too is dope. Like like that to be able to kind of come at it and throw it out there and put it
Got a
out there
quick
quick
draw
and
on you.
funny and fast. Quick draw McGraw. Like it's not slow paced and dry. You know what I mean? The energy is there, so I can imagine that too.
Yeah, she should have worded it better.
Yeah. Somehow voice and face sounded very similar, and so.
Well, the real thing about her, because I'm a big I'm a big dark skinned Black girl, and Loretta Devine, when she was in college, they went to University of Houston together, and Loretta Devine got Dreamgirls and went off to do Broadway, and she was left being the leading, because she always used to. I thought that she could one up Loretta Devine because she was light skinned and pretty girl and stuff like that, and skinny, and you were excited that you beat her for a role at University of Houston, but she didn't beat out the country and is now starring on Broadway with Shirley Ralph. You know what I'm saying? So she's always had she was a slight dream killer.
Sounds like it for sure.
probably her dreams was killed, so she just felt like from there she just killed all dreams.
Yeah.
Hope she's better now.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope.
Right.
All right. So I got one last question for you before we get into the rapid fire segment. All right. What's the wildest thing that happened during a comedy show?
What's the wildest thing?
Yeah.
What's the wildest thing I've seen? Or what's the wildest thing I've heard of? Okay, let's see.
I'm like both.
The wildest thing I've seen, is a girl pull a titty out on stage because she wasn't getting no laughs.
Ooh.
I was like, wow, we pulling titties out.
Man.
We go. What is that? What this is? That's but the thing is that
she said, "Here, fine."
That's when that's social media era when her motivational speeches ain't getting no
exactly.
They say when all else fails, only fans.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's
I
just
was like
live. They laughing because how far the titty went. Why did it?
Wow.
It was up here. What is?
I was going to ask you if it was laughable. See,
the only thing I can hear is Dave Chappelle. Nick's gone bad.
Like,
yo, that's comedy. That's terrible.
The craziest thing I've heard of is when I think Mark Prince was on stage at the Improv and back in the day, and Tupac got into a fight in the audience. Yeah, that's probably the wildest thing that's happened.
Yeah, that sounds like that would cause a lot of ruckus.
Yeah, a lot of ruckus.
That's got to be wild. You up on stage trying to do your thing, and somebody in the audience is scrapping.
Really, Tupac?
Right. It's like do I continue trying to tell jokes, or do I just stand back and commentate for the fight? What do I do?
Oh, I would definitely
commentate for the fight.
Commentate for the fight.
Yeah.
In this corner.
We had the left hook, right. Oh my gosh, the double jab was exquisite.
Block your face.
Oh, somebody granny got hit. Yeah.
Oh, a bottle to the head. Oh, in the first round.
Is that Modelo? Just like
and a Tanqueray bottle to the face has just ended the night.
Oh
man.
That's now from a word from our sponsor, the LAPD.
Don't drink and drive tonight.
All right, let's get into this rapid fire. Just quick questions. I need quick answers. No long, drawn out thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Just give me the first thing that comes to your mind. Now I know it's gonna be wild because you're a wild individual.
Okay.
Yeah. So just when I ask the question, just give me the answer that comes to your mind. All right. All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
Favorite comedian of all time?
Richard Pryor.
All right. The one city that for you has had the best crowds.
The best crowds, Chicago.
Okay. Most overrated trend in entertainment.
Crowd work.
Okay. Netflix or live comedy club?
Live comedy club.
Okay. One word that describes today's comedy scene.
And one word?
Yes.
Trendy.
Okay.
That's not good.
The funniest DM you've ever received.
The funniest DM I ever received. When I hadn't told a lot of people that I was working with Jamie, and somebody had saw me on his story, like in the background, and zoomed in and took a screenshot of it and said, "Is this you?" So that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird, but
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
can
tell you.
imagine. I can imagine. All right. And the last one
Okay.
for this fire round. If your life was a movie, who plays you?
If my life was a movie, the person that would play me is actually older than me, but I would love for Jennifer Lewis to play me. I love
I was
Jennifer
I
just
Lewis.
about
could
to say.
see that.
I was about to say facts. Jennifer Lewis.
I could see
I
that.
Yeah, for sure.
love Jennifer
I
Lewis.
thought Sherry Shepherd came into my mind, but then I was like
People-
Jennifer Lewis for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I actually dated a guy. Well, that's the guy that said it has that wears so many clothes. He dated Lonnie Love and Sherry Shepherd, and then he gonna tell me. He said, "This is how he talked though." You know what? He said, "You gonna be bigger than all of them." I said, "In size?" And it was like, "No, I'm talking about it." He said something about you. You just got something different. I'm like, "Oh, well, thank you." Well, oh my god, I really want to tell the story about this man, but I can't because I feel like I'm embarrassed.
Not G Paul. Not G Paul.
Oh my god! But I just want every man out there to know that go get checked if you start smelling like your medication. Anyway, go ahead.
Lord Jesus. You mean
Is that
smelling like the
metformin?
blood pressure medicine?
Is that
Oh,
metformin?
wow.
Is that
The
like
cinnamon?
garlic coming out your pores? You start smelling like the garlic. Is that like the meat coming if you eat too much red meat and coming out your
What happens
pores?
if
Like,
you smell like Ben Gay? Have you been gay?
Oh my
Oh,
ooh,
oh my god!
tiger
Oh,
Yeah.
balm? You smell like tiger balm?
what is that? What is that? Oh Lord,
Liniment? You got the liniment.
what is
What?
that? Is that hydrochlorothiazide? Don't hit him with. Hey, I used to work in a pharmacy.
all right. Well,
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
I'm done.
I got one final question for you. It's a way that you can help the audience out. You can help the people who tune in. What advice would you give someone afraid to chase their creative dreams?
Um, it's never too late to do anything. Like I said, I came out here. I was almost 40 years old, but I'm a young 45. but but it's just like if if you believe in yourself, there's nothing anybody can tell you outside of you
Mm.
that should be able to change that. You have to get it in your mind first. You got to be completely locked in. You have to be, and in the fact that you may not have the resources, you may not have the transportation, you may not have it, you may not be able to see it. But if you really put God first, and if that's what you have, if that's what He has for your life, it's going to happen because you will never miss out on something that's yours. You'll never miss out on nothing that's yours. Everything I don't have is because it's not mine. But whenever it's time for it to be mine, if it's gonna be mine, it's gonna be mine. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. So just stop looking at your circumstances and in the words of Helen Jackson, look up.
I dig that. I love it.
I like
All right.
that. Yeah.
All right. Well, shout out to Sara without the H for
Yeah.
pulling up and
Yes.
blessing us on the fire session. This episode, we've covered comedy, entertainment, creativity, pressure,
Mhm.
success, and a whole lot of real conversations people needed to hear. So make sure y'all go follow Sara, support her projects, check out her shows, and keep showing love to independent creators out here because they grinding, they trying to make things pop for themselves and trying to entertain y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? Show some love. Sarah, let the people know how they can tap in with you.
Well, you can hit me on the Instagram. No, sorry, not the Instagram. Oh, the Instagram. It's at the Sarah without the H show. I don't know why I have the Sarah without the H show as my handle because I currently don't personally have a show, but I'm gonna get one. Wow.
But you did.
Hey man,
you
it's
did.
there.
You did have
Already
a show.
been written.
I am the show. I am the
Hey.
Okay. But yeah, hit me up. I'm on Facebook. You might be on Facebook still. But
Yep.
I mean just hit me. I'm out there. I'll be tagged on things here if you need me to come and bless your event too. Hit me up.
Facts.
All right. Well,
Oh,
we
and if you're
appreciate.
in Chicago, I'm so sorry. I actually am working with the mayor of Chicago's office now too for some stuff. So.
Oh yeah, talk about that. Hold on, let's talk about that. That's not something that you could just glaze over. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. Like talk about that a little bit.
Well, shout out to Dr. Alexis that put me on the team for Brandon Johnson's reelection campaign. So we're putting together a star-studded comedy fundraiser show. So it's gonna be dope. It's coming up in July. So more once we get things out, I'll let y'all know. I have it all on my page and stuff too.
Yeah, I gotta follow her to get the info, y'all.
You got to follow me though.
Gotta pull up. Support.
Yes.
And we're gonna support, we're gonna share, you know what I'm saying, your links and comments and all your content. So, you know what I'm saying, you always have our support here for sure.
And thank y'all for having me. Thank you.
No, we appreciate you. We appreciate
you. And you definitely got to come back on some of our topic shows.
Oh man.
So you can blend your personality to the topics.
Absolutely got to.
Yeah.
You just let me know. I'm gonna be here.
Facts. I'm gonna be tapping on your shoulder. Sarah, come on through.
Come on.
Pull up.
Here.
All right. Trish Michelle, let the people know something before we get up out of here.
Hey, you know what? Laughter is good. I know Benji wants people to laugh at his forehead jokes so bad he might also put a titty out. But anyway, with that being said,
not if it's hanging way down.
Laughter is good for you. It's healing. And so make sure y'all laugh a little bit, okay? You can find me, Trisha Michelle _TM everywhere, all social media platforms. And I'm always gonna tell y'all if you don't follow a fire session, you might also light your own ass on fire.
Okay. Definitely on the buns today.
Don't really do it though. Don't say we told you to do that.
I like this. I like this, Trisha Michelle. Yeah. I like this.
Her allergies is got her
this look
a little delirious, a little
might
delirious.
be a little delirious. I could have went
it's
to
the man's
happy hour too and just tapped into it completely.
You could go to the happy hour.
Allergies and
told Benji to pull a titty out.
That's busy. He got to pick that one up.
Raise the shirt up. I'm sorry. Raise the shirt up.
Oh man! All right, Benji Banks, the man, the brand. Talk to the people.
Man, listen, this was dope show. Appreciate Sarah for pulling up on us. We've had her on before again, but she's always been amazing. So y'all continue to go follow her. Man, y'all know where to follow me. Listen, I ain't never at one place at one time. You got to search for me like a key on the handle lock. So you got to come. I'm here. I'm there. I'm everywhere. I got something dope for you in all phases of life. So if you have crazy, your nieces have crazy, we got counseling for that. If you need to sit down over some dinner or some breakfast, some brunch, we got you on that aspect. If you need a new wig, you know where to find me. I could get you hooked up. If all of that, I could get you taken care of. So you know where to find me, Benji Banks. Find me on Instagram, BR Banks. Find me on Facebook. You can find me anywhere. Just DM me. Just can't come to my house though. That's invite only. That's it. So,
yeah. And
one last thing, just put out there if I'm single, so just contact Ken though for me, okay? You got to go through the background check. I'm gonna bet you right now.
Listen, I was just about to say that. Listen, you come my way, I'm going to properly vet you, so it's not going to be a cakewalk.
Facts. Hilarious.
For sure. All right, y'all. You already know you've been rocking with Trisha Michelle, Benji Banks, and Big Ken, the Fire Session. Thanks again to our special guest, Sara, without the H, for amazing and entertainment conversation that we've had for today. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on all platforms so that you don't miss the next session. And remember, if it didn't challenge you, it didn't change you. Until next time, keep your energy high, your circle solid, and make sure you check on your people. Stay lit. It's the Fire Session. Peace.